Hey guys, I am back. Sorry, yesterday I had work, but today I am free, thankfully. Okay, let's do this.
You've considered none of that, and you've decided that it means she's mistreated her husband. You're behaving like girls in a fight, blasting it all over the internet to prove how much happier and better and popular you are than the girls you're fighting with. This is really embarrassing. This is how girls behave, not women.
As a disabled business
Hey,
owner, my time is
just
mostly
got done
spent
with that before
writing
this.
emails and before Shopify.
Hot girls, we have problems too. We're just like you, except we're hot.
So this is a real. They took it seriously and thought they were making a good point. It's what I've never seen this before. She's like, this would be a parody, you know, and I don't know. I don't care enough either.
I've also heard this one.
About this specific song about the topic she's talking about. I care a lot about, obviously.
Not Pearl, the other one, Ali, whatever. Talk about how men need to have strong boundaries with their women. Lay down the law with your wife because I'm constantly testing and provoking my husband, so he needs to tell me what to do or I'm out of control. And I just think,
again, I don't want to have to.
Maybe you're just childish and bratty.
Yeah, why? I don't want to have to babysit someone. If I'm dating someone, I don't want to have to babysit them. I don't want to don't chew on the carpet, don't shit on the couch, all this shit. I think Pearl she doesn't want to take responsibility for her actions, so she put that on someone else.
Might just be you. Look, I know you get crap online, love, because your husband is over 20 years older than you. People accuse you of never mentally mature.
I know this girl who just got out of a bad relationship, legal stuff. But she was 20 something, he was 50 something. And he was abusing it. I'm not saying that he is Pearl's boyfriend or whatever. Apparently Pearl has a boyfriend now.
Maturing past love, because your husband is over 20 years older than you. People accuse you of
apparently she has a husband now. Never mind. Her husband, my friend and her ex-boyfriend, were in an abusive relationship, and I think I think the fact that the age was so big, sorry, I'm a bit sick. I thought because age is such a big difference, that's part of the reason why it became toxic, because I think it's a 30 age difference with me and my friend. I think with my friend and her ex. I think it's not about love at that point. It's about, ooh, look what I have, a really young girl,
never mentally maturing past the age of 16.
And I think, and on the other end is about having a really mature man, maybe she didn't have a good father figure. Pearl.
And wanting a surrogate father figure for a husband. And that's really not fair. People shouldn't stigmatize age gap relationships. They really shouldn't. But all I can say is, you don't help yourself when you say things like that.
I disagree with that. I think you should date. If it's a 20-year difference, I don't want to have to I don't want to take care of a geriatric when I'm 50, I want to age together, especially because a guy my friend was dating, was like 54, she was 24. 30 years, she'll be 50 and he'll be 80. Checks. Sorry, I'm a horrible streamer. Anyway, let's do this.
Maybe you do need to submit to your husband if you're running around like a toddler, throwing tantrums and intentionally trying to provoke him and test him.
Yeah,
Sounds-
why? That just seems awful. I wouldn't date someone if they were constantly, I'm out of control. I have no. Tell me what to do, or else I throw shit at the walls. You know, that's childish. I wouldn't deal with that. I didn't deal with that with my previous ex-girlfriend.
Sounds bloody exhausting. That's probably a good arrangement for him to be in charge. You should stick with that. I mean, if you can't restrain yourself from behaving like a child, someone needs to be the adult in the room. Let's not prescribe that for all women, though, and suggest that they're bad wives if they don't do things your way. It just sounds like maybe you need extra supervision and shouldn't be left alone with crayons in case you draw on the walls.
I like.
I'm imagining vision and shouldn't be left alone with crayons in case you draw on the walls. I'm imagining him chasing you around the house because you're refusing to put your shoes on. I want to wear the princess dress today and I don't want to put my socks on. You didn't set good enough boundaries and now I'm an aeroplane. Okay, no, but I have an actual point here. This is important. This is relevant that I want to come back to. I think maybe I'll talk about it in the second follow-up video where there's another creator who's I have some things to say about. But for now, yeah, the point is, look, online, I think at the moment we have girls who are telling women how to be women, telling men how to treat women, talking about what women want in men and what women need and all the.
For one, you don't know. For one, I think you don't know what someone wants until you ask them. You know. I mean, you can try and predict what they want and all this stuff, but ultimately, it and you may get it right, but ultimately, if you don't ask them, you won't know for sure unless you do get it right. But that's risky.
All the while, they don't in any way, shape, or form behave like women because they
I think you can teach people how to talk to women, how to. Sorry, I'm tired. How to teach women, how to teach guys, and teach guys how to talk to women. Like how to come across desirable, I guess, to the average woman. But you can't tell someone what specifically women want.
immature girls. And then they wonder why they're getting backlash from women who are saying, no, that's not how it is. I don't want a babysitter. I want a partner. And here's the thing. Look, it's fine if you wanna talk about like yourself, your own life, what works for you, what like you do. Like, I don't have any problems with people who talk about femininity, obviously, or like or what it means to be a woman, or any of those things. I really don't. I do part of that, but it's when you prescribe that onto all women and then set yourself up as like, I'm, the paragon of like feminine virtue, and this is the way you do it, to the extent.
Yeah, I think I agree with that. I think if you want to do that, that's okay, but don't 33333. Don't say every other woman is inferior to you. Sorry, my brain broke. Where do you even get that from? Everyone's different. I don't think anyone's superior. Obviously people can be superior than the other, stronger, smarter, different attributes, but like in like how you go about dating someone, obviously you can have more success, and maybe you call that superior odds of getting someone to date you. But while you're in a relationship, how it works, they're just different. I don't think one relationship is better implemented than the other, because that's how you agreed to work the relationship. If you were to copy a relationship, it's not a competition, because they're two different things.
That a woman is literally living the same life you are, but because she disagrees on the definition of a word, you had a hissy fit like a baby. And just like condemning all of them, you're not living your. This is how you need to live your lives. This is how you're doing it. This is the problem with it. This is like, it's just that's the problem. So then, you're behaving like girls, and then you're talking to women and saying this. Just bugger off.
Just kidding. We're perfect.
And as for Pearl, not to sound like a bitch. That's a lie. This is fully intended to be bitchy, but if you can give it, you can take it. Were you, by any chance, a bit weird at school? The only reason I mention it is because...
Well, that implies some past tense stuff. I would say Pearl is very weird now. I don't think she stopped being weird. Maybe she changed to a different kind of weird, but she definitely said some out-of-pocket stuff.
Because this immature, emotionally stunted teenage girl behavior makes me wonder if you didn't have the opportunity to do that at the time. If you were left out a bit. If you didn't have a lot of status with the other girls, or perhaps didn't get attention from the boys.
Maybe she had to... Maybe her dad or something wanted her to keep this like innocent girl facade, and now she doesn't have to. She feels like she needs to be really contrarian.
And now that you suddenly have a lot of it, is it possible you're making up for lost time by doing what you never got to do at 15, and, backed by the heady feeling of suddenly receiving a load of attention from hundreds of thousands of men, approving your popularity and high status by shitting on other women? That's the behavior in those videos, the mean girl behavior. I recognize it well. Most women will recognize it.
I can say I'm sorry, but I'm not.
We are going to go over common pieces of career advice that job seekers get and separate.
The boys like me, and
Although I think it may be a facade too, you know.
they don't like
Although
you.
I think it's a bit hard to keep up a consistent facade like this for so long. Maybe she started believing the lie.
It's that attitude. A little bit cringe at 26. I hope it works its way through your system
God,
quickly
she's
and you
a
make a
years
full
older than
recovery.
me.
Thoughts and prayers. So yes, I know Pearl often denies.
Wait, how? 26. She's about a year, 2 years older than me.
This accusation that she just wants to put other women down, which I'd find easier to believe if one of my first encounters wasn't watching her flex her desirability over single women via her imaginary boyfriend. And also for her YouTube titles weren't about how terrible or entitled or unattractive other women are. No element of female competition involved, Pearl? Are we sure? Not even a little smidge.
What's that
Boyfriend.
say?
And also for her YouTube title.
Model women. Sorry. I'll leave a comment of how awful I sound. It's always men's fault. The entitlement of women, modern women, marry for lifestyle, not love. Well, modern women are, well, that would be okay if you both know what. If you're okay with, if he's okay with marrying for lifestyle and she is, I think that's okay. You know? I read that one. Okay.
Your titles
these
weren't
are
about how
really good.
terrible or entitled or unattractive other women are.
Well, beauty is subjective, so I don't know. That may be a 10 to someone else, but in general, she's not a 10. It's a spectrum. No, it would be both of your fault for cheating. One for the person who went after a taken person, and then the person who cheated. If the person who went after the taken person knew, of course. If they didn't know and were told they were single, then it's not that person's fault.
No element of female competition involved, Pearl? Are we sure? Not even a little smidge? Really? A teeny little drop of unconscious competitiveness driving your decisions? Would you attest to that in a court of law? All the countless videos talking about how much modern women suck, but there's no biological drive there? I thought the red pill was all about unconscious biological drives, though. Are we sure that discrediting the competition isn't now just working away in the back of your subconscious?
Well,
Sure that discredit all about unconscious biological drives, though.
unconscious biological drive. That sounds like an excuse by the red pillars. The thing is, yeah, you can have unconscious biological drives, but you can control it. There's, we're not fucking animals hopping on people just fucking them, You can control yourself,
Are we sure that discrediting the competition isn't now?
That just sounds like an excuse to be like, I have to fuck this person. It's biologics, biology.
Just working away in the back of your subconscious, maybe? I mean, in a world full of such terrible, dangerous, unattractive.
I mean, some may, not all women. Whale syndrome. I mean, listen, I've seen a lot of black men with big white women. It depends.
Attractive women.
But most people don't like overweight people.
It really narrows
A lot of them. I don't know about most.
down the options for men. They're lucky they have you as an alternative. Are we sure there's not a teeny little ulterior motive there? Just a small one, Pearl. A baby one. A little baby ulterior. Just a A really cute little baby ulterior motive. Oh no, sorry. No, it is in fact. Yeah, it is in fact that all of the other women in the world are terrible. Yes, that is the more likely explanation. They're all terrible. Well, except Pearl. Pearl gets it, boys. She understands you. She values you. It's so hard for you out here in a world of heartless harpies and vicious girl bosses just waiting to get their horrid little female claws into you. Pearl understands, and she's here to light the way and be a beacon of true femininity. Isn't that noble of her? For a great example that attests to her character and really shows how she is in fact driven by a love for men rather than just being threatened by other women, I present this video in which a man goes on her podcast to talk about an unconsensual sexual...
I watched this part before I started doing the videos on it, and this makes me cringe. Absolutely, it makes me cringe.
Experience he had.
Let's cringe together.
Where he woke up when he was incredibly drunk with a woman he wasn't even dating. You know.
Me and my friend had a conversation about this, about how people take men who get raped by women less seriously, and how it's kind of a big issue. Not kind of, it is.
And Pearl responds exactly how we'd expect an empathetic, compassionate, and reasonable woman sensitive to men's issues would respond. By not paying full attention, saying his story sounds kind of funny, like it doesn't add up, and also really weirdly comparing it to...
Listen, innocent until proven guilty. I believe in that, but just saying, it sounds kind of sketchy, you know? Why wouldn't you believe the person, you know?
To how she would also doubt...
At that point, why would you believe what anyone says, you know? If you're just going to believe what you want to believe.
The story if a woman was telling it. Apparently, it's also not a problem if a woman wakes up with a man inside of her, and people would be doubtful if that woman was assaulted. Maybe red pillars would question if she was assaulted, but no, are you kidding me? Most people would agree it's a violation, and what's more, it is a violation. A drunk woman wakes up with a man she's not even dating inside of her, and that's not a violation? Then what is? Does she have to be beaten too? Fucking what?
Hey, hold on, you're drunk and I have sex with you, yeah? Just because you enjoy it, does that mean that you agree to it?
Well, does she wake up and say stop, like get off me, or does she say oh shit, like and then start riding? Like there's two different. There's two different.
Nah, you lot are stunting because if
if I have sex with someone that's asleep, that's clearly rape. They couldn't consent. It doesn't matter if after if she was like, yeah, I like it. I raped her. You know, that's what that is. The fact is I would have raped her, but whether if she wanted to press charges, that would be her thing. But if I have sex with someone while they're sleeping, that's rape.
If a girl says she's drunk, yeah, and I had
drunk
intercourse with her while she was sleeping, that's automatic me cancelled, bro. Why are you not even trying to make excuses for the guy, bro? Like I don't care. Like if she did that to me, like I'm drunk enough to.
If you said stop and you like, oh shit, like what are you doing? Like
I didn't say what you doing. I didn't say stop. I'm like, what are you doing? What are you doing?
And then what?
What do you mean, bro?
Don't say
like I'm drunk and you're on me riding, bro.
Yeah, but
you not make it like,
I would keep it the same with a girl. Like I would keep it the same with a girl.
Yeah.
If she was seeing a
no.
dude and she was in a situation when they're in bed together, so I'm assuming there's some history, and she wakes up and he's in her, and if she says what the like get off of me, that's one thing, but if she finishes, like then how am I going to say that's not consensual?
Yeah,
Yeah, but then there's no one witnessing it, so they can easily turn that around if they regret afterwards.
Yeah. But if you have sex with someone without the consent, that's just rape. Period.
That's the thing that women do.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. There's a lot of issues in the justice system like that definitely favor women. But I'm saying I'm keeping a stack with you. I would keep it the same.
I don't think she takes morals into it. I think she only looks at it from a legal perspective. Morally, it's wrong to have sex with someone while they're sleeping, right? But I think she just looks at it as, well, if she consented after, that's fine. But you clearly rape someone if you have sex with someone if they're sleeping.
Same a man or a woman.
So you're saying that if I we had like drinks or whatever, we're chilling and we go back to mine, and you fall to sleep, and you wake up with me on top of you, Pearl. You're like, your first thought as a woman anyway is like, "Raw, what are you doing?" Right? But you're talking about a man now. So, Raw, you can't, bro. I'm not saying she was butters. I didn't say she was not.
Were you planning to do it?
No, otherwise I was planning to have sex with her, but not without a condom on.
Right.
Look, first of all, that doesn't change the intention behind the initial action. Someone decided to start having sex with someone asleep who was also incredibly drunk, someone they weren't dating, didn't have that sort of agreement with. It's not cool. It's not, no way. You have no clue if that person wants it or how they'll react, and you decide to do it anyway. I mean, even if the person ended up not having a problem with it, that's a happy outcome, I guess. But I'm still looking at the first person. Like, they're a fuck.
You get rid of that. Might have to cut this short. Depends.
Fucking creep. But that aside, okay, I get it. You know, we want to question assault allegations and make sure they're valid. Well, first I would say there's
I would believe in innocent until proven guilty.
Sensitive way and an insensitive way to do that. And this was probably not the way to go about it. It was incredibly fucking uncomfortable. He looked embarrassed and frustrated. People were laughing. Pearl looked disinterested and spends time fucking about.
Why would you laugh when somebody said they've been raped? That, even if you don't believe it, you know? I mean, if you don't believe it, you don't believe it. Of course, you're not going to take it seriously. But what I mean is, rape is very serious. It's not a laughing matter.
On her iPad. I mean, I would say there are times to do that and times to give someone your full attention. This would probably be one of those times to give someone your full attention and not be so bloody rude. For someone who talks all the time about appropriate feminine behavior, she sure doesn't seem to have very good manners. But look, if that was it, you know, that was that, I would put it down to an awkward moment on a podcast and give her the benefit of the doubt and think, right, okay, she handled that kind of badly, but everyone is awkward or weird or deals with stuff badly sometimes, you know. Like, it's not really anything to drag someone over the coals for, necessarily, is what I would think if she then hadn't uploaded the clip to her channel with the title, "Wow, he was graped."
So it's all a joke.
Oh, what is it you're holding? A cookie? You were chosen to.
Because I don't know about the rest of you, but when I think of sexual,
I think of funny shit. Wow.
assault, I also think, wow.
Wow.
Of course, not forgetting this fun little emoji at the end there. Cheeky. Just a cheeky little emoji in a grape story. Just to lighten the mood. If Jake Paul was a red pillar, I am telling you. Yeah, so this is disgusting. It's disgusting for a number of reasons. Not only are you exploiting someone's horrible experience of personal gain, it's worse than that. You're exploiting it when you don't even believe him.
Well, okay, you're drunk. You're drunk and you're sleeping.
Yeah, at that point, I don't think she even cares about the conversation at that point. She just wants the views, you know? She's a view whore. You know, she doesn't care about anything he says at that point. Or anything she says. It's all about
and you
clickbait title, and that's really shitty.
Wake up with me in
Son of a bitch.
You.
Are
D-
we,
and
are we
wait, wait.
dating? Are we just like a
No, no,
like
no,
a-
no. We're not dating.
Okay.
So, bro,
We're
you're
not
telling me you
dating.
got an
Have we-
erection while you were
have
sleeping?
we-
We're
have
not
we-
dating.
What did dating have to do with anything? If my girlfriend, if I let's say me and my girlfriend were sleeping together, and I start fucking her while she's sleeping, that's rape. She didn't consent to anything. I was thinking, what if beforehand you're like, well, if you want to wake me up with sex, that's okay. Would that be okay? Well, I guess if you consented to that, that would be okay. It's a bit weird, really weird, but it'd be okay? Question mark? I don't know. But again, if you have sex with someone while sleeping, no matter who they are, it's rape.
What do you mean? I like,
Have we hooked up before?
That literally doesn't matter.
No,
You'd never hooked up with her.
no.
So
Doesn't
the
matter.
first time you met this girl, you were drunk, and then she found herself on top of you,
And then pregnant?
and then
Yeah.
pregnant same time.
Pretty much.
Oh, you see, that sounds. She's trying to get some money.
Stop the cap,
No,
brother.
real stuff. Like I find it
and
very
when-
embarrassing.
And then when you woke up, and she was on top of you, you did not stop. You didn't say, "Oh my god, what are you doing? Get off me!" You said, "Actually, keep going, and I'm gonna go till I finish."
No, as I said, I was drunk. So I'm okay.
Yeah, but
He couldn't control himself because he was too drunk to know what's going on. Well, he knew enough that something that was happening, but I guess he couldn't get her off her, which is awful and bad.
Yeah, exactly. But you're already on me, and I'm not gonna lie, it's feeling good. You know what I'm trying to say? But it's now after I'm do you know what I'm trying to say? I'm clicking in now. Wait, hold on a minute. Hold on.
It took a while for him to realize what was really happening.
Like, how did
It's
you?
fair. When you're drunk, your faculties are slower.
Like, wait, what? And it's like after.
The story just sounds kind. I'm just like this story.
sketchy
And
story,
I'm
I'm
just
not gonna
being honest, where it very well could have happened like that.
Maybe Pearl doesn't drink a lot. Maybe she's a fucking idiot. I don't know.
But it's just the story sounding like kind of funny. Like it's kind
sounds
of it's like
sketchy, bro.
it
I'm not gonna
sounds
lie.
like it doesn't. It's not really.
we were drinking.
It'd be tough for you to claim that happened purely because when you had the opportunity to stop,
Yeah.
you did not.
Yeah, but bro, if it was my choice, I would have put a condom on. Are you not listening? Like,
But-
are you,
but-
like,
but-
hold.
I'm not saying you. It wasn't your
Bro.
choice.
But I'm thinking of the equivalent, right? If a guy I was seeing like that happened to me,
Again, he was asleep, though. It doesn't matter.
right? And I woke up and then I was like, oh yeah, let's keep going. And then we finished. Then I say after, oh, I was raped. Like I think a lot of people would kind of look at me funny.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like if I got on top and started riding, right? Like and then people be like, how can you say you were raped if you finished it?
That's why I didn't answer when he said, "Was I raped?" Because I was
But you
violated.
said SA though.
The thing is, if rape doesn't rape, when you rape someone, you're not getting their consent to have sex with you, right? So, and when you're asleep, you can't give consent. Even if you gave it after, you still didn't get consent initially. And that's what's important. I wonder what Pearl would have said if he said that.
I was right. That's what I think it was. It was SA.
And
It wasn't great. It was SA.
But you enjoyed it.
but like that.
I mean,
Why have you got he was
Yeah.
great
That doesn't matter.
in the title when you don't think he was?
I'm the most
If I enjoy just torturing someone, just cutting them up, does that make it okay? If they enjoyed it too and they died at the end, does that make it okay?
empathetic to men's.
But let's say I dope them up, right? They don't know what's going on. Cut them up, you know? But after, they were like, it's okay. Fucking weird argument. Let's say I'm torturing someone, but I think it's okay. Does that make it okay? Someone sent me. Okay.
Issues. I'm so empathetic.
You spent the whole time questioning it, which, okay, if you want to do that, but you don't then upload it with what? Yet you're then happy to profit from and clickbait something that you don't believe. Makes it hard to believe that you're not a grifter, Pearl. Makes me doubt the integrity of a lot of your stances, to be totally honest. Again, this video is from months ago, and I watched it at the time, and at the time
she did it to get views and
was discussed.
What,
Don't believe.
6,200
So
views?
empathetic.
You spent the whole time
6,200.
questioning it, which, okay, if you want to do that, but you don't then upload it with what? Yet you're then happy to profit from and clickbait something that you don't believe. Makes it hard to believe that you're not a grifter, Pearl. Makes me doubt the integrity of a lot of your stances, to be totally honest. Again, this video is from months ago, and I watched it at the time, and at the time was disgusted. I thought she was ill-mannered, disrespectful, and unbelievably trashy.
Yeah,
For someone who spends half...
I even if she wanted to have sex with me, Pearl, I don't think I would, because I wouldn't know if she would have consented to it or not before. Well, apparently she would have consented to anything if she felt good enough about it, you know? That's actually pretty scary. It sounds like if Pearl didn't think the sex was good, that would mean it was rape.
half her time talking about how modern women are disrespectful, rude, unempathetic, and exploit men, she sure had been disrespectful, rude, demonstrated a huge lack of empathy, and what was the last one? Oh yes, exploit. Does posting it to a YouTube channel with a trashy sensationalist title count as exploiting men? I'm gonna go with yes. If I went on a podcast to tell a story like that, to have the host be rude, inattentive, insensitively question it and embarrass me, and then after behaving like that, I saw they were profiting from it by uploading it later with this title, with a fucking emoji. Fuming.
I wonder if you could sue Pearl.
Livid. So I've actually told a story on my own channel touching on similar issues. It's my story, it's about me, and it never once even entered my mind to upload it with a trashy title like that. I'd have gotten way more views if I'd done that, but there are more important things than views, Pearl. And doing that would be exploiting and sensationalizing something that shouldn't be exploited or sensationalized. It would feel slimy and grotty to do that, even with my own story. It would feel trashy and disrespectful to other people. But if I did that to someone else, I can't fathom the rudeness and the lack of self-awareness. You invite someone onto your channel, you should treat them like a guest in your...
I need to use the bathroom. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Let's do this.
Your home. Like Game of Thrones, the laws of hospitality. Doesn't mean don't challenge them, but it does mean don't stab them in the back under your roof. Show them some grace and courtesy. How did you see this title before the video was uploaded and think, yep, this is the one. This is fine. Let's just add an emoji. Don't you have manners, Pearl? A sense of basic decency? Were you born in a barn? Were you raised by wolves? I know for a fact you weren't, because you talk all the time about how great and loving and wealthy your parents are, so you have absolutely no excuse for this. acting like a trashy sensationalist tabloid. If this is the red pill standard for ladylike behaviour, I am very happy to have nothing to do with it. This is classless.
It
You
really
can wear
is.
all the feminine outfits you want, love. But if this is how you behave, trashy is still trashy. A string of pearls does not a lady make.
I'm the most empathetic to men's issues. I'm so empathetic.
No,
Guys,
that's a lie.
shall I sign up for wife school? Do you think they teach me how to be sweet and feminine? Less talking, Galatea.
I'm really curious what that school would be now. How much raping would be going on? That isn't rape, but is.
Mouth shut. Don't talk back. Will I get taught how to be respectful to men in wife school? Oi, you girl. You stop with that back talk. You stop with that. Keep your mouth shut. You've upset Rolo. You've hurt his feelings. That's not very respectable. The man won't like you. They won't like you.
I need to update my computer again.
You've been disrespecting all these men on the internet, and that is not what a good wife is and does. That's really bad. They'll tell me that no one wants a wife like that. If I go to wife school?
I'm gonna stop it there. And like, subscribe, and comment. Tell me what you think.